welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you my top 5 steps, 5 tips, 5 things that I do when I need to get back on track after a few days of overindulging, getting off track and not feeling my best. I want to feel my best for summer. I've got a holiday coming up next week actually, so after a few days of overindulging, or should I say pretty much since the beginning of July. As you guys know, it was my birthday on the 3rd of July. Whoop whoop, big up us cancers. As you could probably see, I also had my son's birthday this weekend, so I have had like a few weeks of just overindulging on most days, and I was feeling a little bit watery. I had a few days of not tracking my calories, enjoying the cake and all that, and you know, it was fun while it lasted and that, but I want to be feeling my best for this trip, this holiday that I'm going on, because I want to wear a bikini, I want to feel good, and I just want to be feeling my best. So obviously I am getting back on track. I thought that I would share this video with you guys, share what I do to get back on track, these 5 simple basic steps that I do to get back on track, because I do get asked this a lot from you guys, and I know a lot of people do, you know, overindulge over a few days or fall off track or whatever you want to call it, and this might just be the little bit of tips or motivation that you need to, you know, get back on track, because the heat is out, the sun is out. I don't really know what I was saying about the heat is out. The sun is out in the UK, so woo! I personally am really enjoying it. I know some people are finding it difficult and that. Let's not complain, because it's not going to last. We live in the UK, do you know what I mean? I hope it stays. We want to get the legs out, we want to get the arms out, we want to be feeling our best. I know there's a lot of us that want to be getting back on track, so I hope this video helps you. If it does and you do find this video helpful, please be sure to leave a like. I really appreciate it. It helps the video out. Leave a comment down below. Comment, let me know anything. Comment down below a sun or something summery, because I'm just getting summer vibes at the minute. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and click that bell button. The bell button will give you a notification, so you don't have to watch out. You just pop up with a notification and you'll be like, ding ding, Louise has a video out, let's watch it. You know what I mean? So make sure you've clicked that bell button. If you don't know who I am and this is the first video you're watching of me, hello, my name is Louise. I make loads of videos on weight loss and just sharing my own personal weight loss journey, because I have lost weight myself. I was morbidly obese. I weighed 269 pounds, and at 5'7", that gave me a really high BMI of like over 40, I think. I can't remember, it was like over 40, maybe 42, 45, something like that. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I was considered morbidly obese and I was just really unhealthy, really unhappy, and I decided that I needed to lose weight just to feel good in myself and to be healthy. And I did that, and I did that through counting my calories, moving more. I eventually got into lifting weights and all that stuff. It's all on my channel if you want to see. And I managed to lose 120 pounds. I then maintained that weight loss for about a year before doing my first ever bikini competition, which I also documented on my channel. I basically document everything, so if you're interested in any of that, then make sure you're subscribed, because yeah, I just share everything. I'm currently maintaining / building muscle. Literally just rambled on about 10 minutes into this video. So let's just get straight into this video before I carry on rambling. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video and I'll let you guys know the 5 steps that I do when I need to get back on track. Step number 1 is to make sure that I am tracking all of my calories again. I use my FitnessPal. Obviously you guys can use any fitness tracking app, whatever calorie counting app you guys would normally use, but that's what I do. Is I make sure, okay, I am going to be tracking my calories, and not just that, I make sure I go on a food shop, I've got all of like my food ready in the fridge, ready to cook, and I kind of always make sure that I have an idea about what I'm going to eat the next day. So I know roughly what I'm going to have for breakfast. I've got the food and stuff like that ready for lunch and ready for dinner. What I personally do for my dinner is I most of the time have a chicken breast for dinner. So I like to pre-cook like a packet of chicken breasts, and they're ready in the fridge. So it's just so much easier, it's just there. And then I cook my veg and stuff like that, like to go with it, like on the day. But I have an idea of what I'm going to eat. I don't necessarily have a plan, pre-prepped meals, if that makes sense, but I just have an idea of what I'm going to eat the next day, and I make sure that I've got the ingredients in the house ready, so that I'm not really hungry the next day and not having anything in the house and just having to grab something when I'm really hungry, because then you're less likely to make healthier choices and choices that fit within your calorie goals. So that's personally what I do. I make sure I've got all of that. I make sure I'm eating high volume, low calorie dense foods like fruits and vegetables. I've got all of that in the house. I make sure I'm eating a high protein protein diet. Protein, obviously I'm trying to maintain and build muscle, so that's really important for that. And also protein is more satiating, so if you eat a higher protein diet, it's going to keep you more full and satiated. So I just make sure that I've got all of that in the house ready, and that is like the main step. That's like the first thing I make sure I'm doing. So yeah, that's all ready, and then we go on to step 2. So the second thing I do is to make sure that I have a step goal. I currently track my steps through a Fitbit. People always ask me what Fitbit I've got. I've got a Fitbit Charge 4, but I did have the Charge 3, and they're basically the same thing. So yeah, you don't even need like a specific watch. I personally like to use Fitbits and stuff literally just to track my steps. Don't really worry too much about how much calories it says I've burned or anything like that, because I don't really think they're very accurate. So I have set a step goal for myself to hit at least 16,000 steps a day. You guys, I'm not telling anyone that they have to hit 16,000 steps a day. Your step goal is your step goal. I started, when I first started tracking my steps, started with a goal of 8,000 steps because I was struggling to even get like 5,000 to 6,000. So I just increased my steps gradually. Now I'm very active. It's very easy for me to hit 16,000 steps a day because I have implemented that over time. So I'm not saying to anyone else that you have to set a 16,000 step goal. That's not what I'm saying. That's my own personal goal. For you, your step goal will be different. It depends on how many steps you're getting. There's not like a certain number. People always ask me, how many steps should I be doing a day? And it literally is not a number. I know that it's advised to get 10,000 steps a day, but that is like an average, because if you're only averaging like 3,000 steps a day, you're fairly heavy, you find it difficult to walk. It's so unrealistic to set a 10,000 step goal. So set a step goal that is realistic to you, that you can realistically achieve, but is pushing yourself a little bit. So if you only get 3,000 steps a day, maybe increase that to 4,000 steps. If you get 5,000 steps, increase it to 6,000, 7,000 steps. And then if you normally get 10,000, you find that pretty easy, you can increase it to like 12,000, 11,000. Do you know what I mean? I find getting 16,000 steps fairly easy. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do a little bit less, but for me to get back on track, I like to say, okay, I'm 16,000 steps a day. That's my own personal goal. Tracking your steps and stuff is a really good way to just make sure that you're staying active, because you might go to the gym and do a workout and then you're tired for the rest of the day, and you are like just sitting on the sofa and stuff, and then you're actually burning less calories than what you would if you didn't go to the gym or walk around. So making sure that you're tracking your steps is a really good way to just keep yourself accountable and make sure that you're staying active and burning those calories, because if you are eating in a calorie deficit, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, the calories that you burn without doing exercise can reduce. So having a step tracker and making sure that you're hitting your step goal, just make sure that you carry on moving, if that makes sense, so you're increasing your need. And in step 3, I make sure that I am following a sleep routine, a regular sleep routine, which I have actually been really rubbish at recently. So obviously if you guys are, I think everyone is watching it, not just the UK, but in the UK, Love Island is really big right now, and I have been watching Love Island. Because of Love Island, sometimes I've been going to bed quite late because I'll get my kids to bed, and sometimes they take a long time to go sleep. Sometimes I fall asleep putting them to sleep. It's long, yeah. So sometimes I won't even start watching Love Island until like 10:30, and it'll be like 11:30, and then I'm getting up early in the morning. So I have set a goal to make sure I'm going to bed at a regular time, because sleep is so important. So for me, I make sure that I'm setting my bedtime at around 10:30, and then I'm waking up at about 6 to 6:30. So I'm at least getting about 7.5 hours sleep a night. I think it's very important to get your sleep, because if you don't have enough sleep and your sleep is irregular, you're not going to recover properly from the gym. So it's very important. If you're not getting enough sleep, your hormones will be messed up, so you will feel hungry, you won't be as satiated, and you're more likely to overeat, and you're just not recovering properly. Sleep has a massive impact on like the way you feel throughout the day. Obviously, if you're feeling tired, you're not going to move as much. So yeah, sleep is just so important. So I'm making sure that I'm prioritizing my sleep, and going to bed at a regular time just helps with your like rhythm, your body's rhythm. I've noticed that when you get up at a certain time, like say if you're allowed to like have a lay-in or whatever, like on the weekend, I still end up waking up at the same time. It's just because your body just gets used to of a certain sleep pattern. So making sure that you're getting going to bed regularly at a regular time, and then getting up at a regular time, it just helps with your body's rhythm, and you feel so much better. So yeah, prioritizing my sleep is step number 3. And then step number 4 is to follow my regular weight training program. So I get asked a lot about what my regular weight training program is, so I'll just let you guys know in this video. I weight train from Monday to Friday, and I follow an upper and lower body split. So I will do, for example, upper on Monday, lower on Tuesday, upper on Wednesday, lower. So, but it's split out between like legs. So I have 2 different leg workouts, 1 glute workout, and 2 different upper body workouts. And then my coach basically sets them for the certain days. And they basically, so I'll train upper body on Monday, and then I will train like a different body part, like a lower body part on the next day. So I'm resting that day before going into a lower body part again. So that's kind of how my weight training program is. So I make sure that I follow that. Even when I'm not really on track, if that makes sense, even when I'm eating a little bit more, I really do love to go and train, so I don't really miss a session. Although on Monday it was my son's birthday, so I didn't train on Monday, and I've just kind of pushed my sessions forward. So I'll be training on Saturday instead of having a rest, because I had my rest on Monday, so I just kind of pushed the sessions along. But it'll be going back to normal from next week, although I'm going to be going on holiday at the end of next week. So yeah, other than that, I'm following my regular training program, and I'm also going to be adding in some cardio about 2 times a week. I have been quite rubbish on my cardio. Obviously, I do my steps, I go for walks every day. I go for a walk in the evening every day for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, it all depends. So that is technically cardio, but I have an exercise bike, if you can see, and I've been rubbish with that at the minute. So I haven't been doing any. So I'm setting myself a realistic goal of 2 days a week for about 20 minutes, and I'll probably ride it while I'm watching Love Island or something like that, like in the evening. So it's very realistic. On Saturday I normally do spin class anyway for 45 minutes, so that's also cardio. So I've kind of set like my exercise goals, and it's exercise that I enjoy doing anyway, so it's not like I have to force myself to do it. It makes me feel good. And in step number 5, guys, is to make sure I'm drinking lots and lots of water, or should I say Vimto, which I've run out of Vimto now. I need to go shops and get some more Vimto. No added sugar. So making sure that I'm drinking lots and lots of water, staying hydrated, especially in this weather where it's really hot. It's so important to make sure you're staying hydrated. I find that if I don't drink enough, then I actually get quite hungry, and it's not actually hunger, it's just like where you could sometimes mistake thirst for hunger. So I make sure I'm staying hydrated. So let's have a Vimto, guys. And also making sure I drink lots and lots of water just helps with the excess water retention and bloating that you get from eating like quite high salty foods and stuff like that. Obviously I've been eating birthday cake and stuff. All of that kind of made me feel, the water retention is actually starting to go now, but I was feeling very puffy in my face, and my arms and my legs was getting a bit watery. So when you drink lots and lots of water, it just helps to like flush it all out and wash away the water. If you don't drink enough, your body actually holds onto water and you feel a bit bloated and stuff. So it really does help with bloating and digestion and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I make sure that I am just making sure I'm drinking lots of water. I don't actually necessarily have a water goal, because I like to drink anyway. I'm a very thirsty girl. I'm very thirsty. This bottle is actually a 1,000 milliliter bottle. I got this bottle from TK Maxx because I know someone's gonna ask, because people always ask me where I get my bottles and that from. I got it from TK Maxx. It's 1,000 milliliter, so I think that's a litre. So I have 1 in the morning, 1 when I come home, 1 with lunch, then I have like another and another. So I have about 5. So I probably drink about 5 litres a day. Yeah, but that's just how much I drink. Plus, obviously, coffees, and like I have Pepsi Max and stuff like that. So I drink probably about 4 to 5. I did used to drink a lot more, but I noticed I was probably going to get intoxicated. Water intoxication is a thing. Don't drink too much. But especially if you're like very active or you have a lot of sodium and stuff, you might require more water. So yeah, just as long as you are peeing, when you're peeing, the pee isn't looking like apple juice and it's looking clear or light, then you're hydrated enough. That's what I go for. But yeah, so they are the 5 steps, 5 things that I do to make sure I'm getting back on track. That's what I focus on. It's very, very basic. It's very simple, but that's what you need, if that makes sense. Like, you don't need to overcomplicate things. Focusing on your health and weight loss or fitness, whatever you want to do to be healthy, if that makes sense, it is very, very basic. And sometimes we try to overcomplicate things. Oh, do we need this new tea? Or would like do I need to like detox my body from all of like the, I don't know, chocolates and get, like, you don't know. You just get back on track and focus on the basics. And I think they are the 5 basic things that I like to focus on when I am getting back on track. Sometimes we just need to strip it back to the basics. And even if you focus on one thing at a time, you don't have to do all 5 things at once. Maybe just focus on tracking your calories and all that stuff, and doing all of that, prepping your food, making sure you've got food in the house ready. Go and do a food shop, anything like that. Focus on that first, then you can slowly, gradually add in the other 5 steps. You know what I mean? The other 4 steps, should I say. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you have a few days off of tracking your calories, or a few days of overeating, or maybe a few days off the gym. It can get quite overwhelming not knowing where to start, so that's why I wanted to share this video with you guys, and I hope it kind of helped. And I hope it's motivated you to get back on track. You know, the first couple of days getting back on track, it is a little bit of a struggle, not gonna lie. My first training session back at the gym, because I did have 3 days off, it was a little bit of a struggle. I was sweating, you know, I was feeling a bit unfit, but you just feel so good after, and literally after a couple of days you feel back to normal, you feel good, and you feel better for it. Do you know what I mean? So I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, I would really appreciate giving it a thumbs up, and comment down below, let me know what you like to do to get back on track. And I hope you guys are enjoying the weather, the sun, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Don't know what that was.